Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manata. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk. Howdy and aloha, everybody. It's James with Montauk. Talk about getting spanked. Vivek Ramaswamy. Man, I'm watching this kid from the very beginning. Cheryl and I, who talk, she's on all the time. We just got this bad feeling about this guy. Well, you know, Vivek was part of the young globalists of the World Economic Forum. But right now, he just got fucking just slapped up, on the back of the head. What are you fucking doing? Whatever. It's cool. It's the way I perceived Vivek Ramaswamy right off the bat. Somebody out of nowhere. Good speaker. Let me see if this sounds familiar. Great linguistic ability, debate, etc. Just great car salesman. Out of the blue, out of nowhere, of color, which doesn't fucking matter, but it doesn't hurt. Educated, highly educated, etc. from the Ivy League schools. Just gets a lot of traction, and he's pretty much all over. He's all over the internet, and he's all over, all over social media. Now, who did that, and who had that kind of? Who was that guy that sold everybody down the fucking river, like literally, back in 2008. You guys remember that guy? Yeah, Barack Obama. Yeah, he screwed everybody. It was bad. And he did it twice. So this kid recently, let me see if I can find this real quick. He, what is that? Oh, that's my thingamajig. I think I got it here. There it is. Right there in black and white. And I'm going to read it to you real quick because Trump just said, you know what? I'll just read it to you. Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations. Now he's talking about Trump, etc. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly, but a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped by this. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. The Biden indictments against his political opponent will never be allowed in this country. They are already beginning to fall. MAGA. Make America great again, right? Hey, Jordan, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so I got to show you this video here. And, he was going to come out soon enough. And I got to show you this video because this is kind of going to reveal who this kid really is. He's been around longer than you think. Right? Longer than you think. Oops, sorry.
Of an 18-year-old.
And hello, I'm Vivek. And
It's lost video of an 18-year-old Vivek Ramaswamy at a presidential town hall from 20 years ago.
And I want to ask you,
In the newly unearthed video, listen as he asks the presidential candidate Reverend Al Sharpton about the very thing Ramaswamy is currently accused of, lacking political experience.
and my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience.
At the time, Ramaswamy was a
Look at him smiling. Crisis actor, the son of a bitch. He's got you fooled, man. He I was recently just saying, and he's kind of duped me a little bit too, because these people are good at this. But here's when you see something like this, he was there basically just to ask that question so Sharpton, when he was actually himself, was able to answer in the scripted way that they had set up. This is a setup, right? This girl, you can see the girl on the right's going, yeah, it's a fucking setup. What do you think, guys? And everybody's buying it. But it just clearly indicates what this guy's about, right? Get that smile out there. He's the Democrat. That's all I got to say. Can Mana be on the late night show? He hasn't been to Epstein Island. No. Hey, Snook, how you doing? No, yeah. I don't know. That list is a lot bigger than people think it is. What we're seeing in that list is just a fraction of what's out there. Because the FBI and the DOJ and all these guys, they already have all the information and they're just concealing a lot of it. But anyway, so in this particular situation, when you're reading what Trump was saying, it's kind of apparent at this point. And if you look on, let me see if I think I can get this here too as well. Just the amount of publicity. This is what Obama got from the mainstream media. Now that was Inside Edition. That is totally mainstream media, aka fake news, as Trump calls them, all the way pushing this kid, right? Giving him publicity, whether it's negative or good. They're talking about him, and he's had a lot of exposure. This kid has been to maybe 400 in the past week or so in Iowa. I mean, he's doubled and tripled what everybody else has been doing as far as going to this city or that county or this city or And I'm like, what is this guy's motivation? This is fucking insane. Like he truly believes he's going to beat a guy that was cheated out of 2020 and deserves to be in there. Bottom line, that's the fucking thing. That is the thing. That's the biggest reason why I'm going with Donald Trump, because the man deserved to be in there. And quite honestly, from 2016 to 2019 until about halfway through 2020, everything was great. I mean, bacon was $1.99. I remember that gas prices were much lower, and there weren't a bunch of wars being started left and right. And there's just so much more. The country is actually starting to thrive. There were sanctions on China. He was working out deals saying, look, you can't keep this up without paying us to do all this business and bring in. He was going after. He was also going after the replications, because it was a golf thing that started. You guys got to listen to this. So there were a lot of people buying knockoff watches, golf clubs, clothes. Looked like Gucci but wasn't Gucci. Looked like TaylorMade but it wasn't TaylorMade. It looked like, Seiko, but it wasn't a Seiko, but just tons of stuff coming from China. And he was stopping that, which still happens now. It happens more so than ever with Biden in office. And, these are crappy products. They're just terrible. And he was going after that. He wasn't trying to destroy China. He was trying to make it fair. Because people in this country were building quality products, or we were trying to. But you had this undercut of gazillions and billions of dollars worth of products that were, and China's just getting richer and richer and richer over, and you heard the stories about, children working in the factories and people working 12 hours a day and getting paid like $1.20, which kind of still happens out there, by the way. That's why Nike has become so fucking big. Everybody knows that. But the problem with Vivek is he's trying a little too hard, and he's getting a little too much exposure from mainstream media, a little too much. And then all of a sudden, boom. It's like, dude, know your place. Right? This kid he's smart, I get it, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Talks a good game. He's just got Obama written all over him, and he's actually almost verbatim in one of his campaign slogans, or when he was, I think it was the first debate, whatever the fuck that was, with people that don't fucking matter, in my opinion. He kind of verbatim reiterated what Obama had kind of laid out in many different ways, with a little bit differently. It was kind of interesting. It's like somebody's writing this guy's script from the left. Now this is important. His talking points, and I've been watching this kid now for everything he's saying is perfect to the point to where I've gone back, and I probably should have showed you guys these, but I don't have them. I just had this urge to get on if I could start talking about this shit. And thank you guys for being here, Jordan and Snork, and maybe Cheryl might be listening, hopefully. And Eric, I hope you guys can get in touch with Eric. And there's some other people. I had 13 views on one of my videos the other day. By the way, I used to have, in 2019, I had about 600-700 subscribers, and I would get at least, I don't know, you guys were there, 30, maybe 40 people would be watching my show on a good day. And then over time, you would see, and I can't show you now because my accounts are, 6 of my 7 accounts have been wiped off of YouTube. But a lot of people used to pay attention to the show because it made sense. At least I thought it kind of makes sense. But there's something happening that, and look, Trump is not intimidated by Vivek. He's basically, he's watching him closely and seeing what he's doing. That's what I believe Trump is doing. And from what Trump is doing right now, and from what I can tell, okay, because the kid's working his ass off. I'm just trying to figure out the motivation. Is he trying to literally take over the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, being a nobody from nowhere? But he's not nobody from nowhere. That's what people need to realize. He's not nobody from nowhere. He's been in this game for longer than most people even realize, right? He's been in this game for a while. This was a staged opportunity for Reverend Al Sharpton when he was running for president. And the big smile. What does that say? Right? Look, I believe at that point, I think I may have been Democratic, but the thing is he's been there. A Democrat, not Democratic. Anyway, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I am seeing right now people that are out there that are just faithful. They're just, you know what? They get and understand. Like, I was talking to Stever yesterday, and I was texting back, and he and it was kind of sad where he's at, because I love the guy. I love Sugar and all them. They're wonderful people. But it was just interesting that he was chiming in on Trump going after pedophiles, and he thought that was a place to insert his opinion of Trump. And I don't know if that's a good spot to do that. There's other things, other places, but he wanted to try to wake me up or something, or whatever. But I keep telling everyone in the past few days, and I'm not trying to manipulate or to, when somebody says they're not trying to manipulate you, they're probably trying to manipulate. I'm not trying to manipulate your thought process. Your thought processes are, most of them out there, if you're are good. And I have people that come on here that understand. You question authority and its sources at every turn, and you gain as much information from several different sources, left, right, above, down, wherever, right? And then you get a perspective. You get this picture starts to form in front of you, and that's the way I see things. I see the picture small at first. It's like a if you've been in an art class and you see how an artist usually uses a light blue, what the frick number is that? Number 2 or whatever pencil, and draws kind of a very rough sketch, maybe several different lines, just to get that right angle, that right curve for maybe doing anatomy or doing a realism or whatever they're doing, or or some type of art, right? And then they'll start to pencil it in, and that's kind of where I get. I start to pencil in with the charcoal a little heavier. And then I start to use my eraser, my spot eraser, my point eraser, and I start to smudge, and then I start to really start to bring out the depth in a picture that's being painted. It starts out small, but it starts to get broader and bigger the more I look at it. And from what I can see, this is what I see. This is what I see Vivek Ramaswamy. Right? He says he started, listen, Kevin McCarthy is a young globalist. Never denied it. Never said screw you. But Vivek supposedly sued them to take his picture and everything off of the World Economic Forum. Let me see if I can find that. I think I can find it. Vivek, World, Young Globalist. Ramaswamy. Okay, let me just, hold on. Young Globalist. All right, see if there's a picture of that. I'm sure there is somewhere. Don't use my name. This is what he says there. But I think there is a picture of him. He's told everybody to take it down. And I think he was in here. Soros Fellowships for New Americans, Vivek Ramaswamy. That's interesting. I heard something about that, but let me show you what that is. That's not alarming, right? It's just, look, I believe, and the way these people are really stern about what they do. I am telling you right now, they're driven. It's almost like it's MK Ultra type thing, where he's been this kid, just like Barack was, from my research, was as a young child taken and had the stamp of doing certain things to be a certain person, to follow a certain agenda. It's if you understand what MK Ultra means, which most of you do, they took kids and it's kind of like the Black Widow story, but with men and women, girls and boys, where they train you and they make you assassins, and you kind of just do it, and they give you the code word, and you say, okay, cat dog, and all of a sudden you're just like, I gotta run for president, whatever. But that actually exists. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with this guy, but he's been involved. Look, I was with the Green Party. I was a media committee member with the Green Party, but that's just retarded in a sense, right? But this guy he was a young globalist with the World Economic Forum, was with them, has been part of it. He's Soros Fellowship, right? Interesting. And there's a few other things. And then this freaking thing right here, where you're watching this town hall of Vivek smiling, being a crisis actor or an actor to get Al Sharpton a little bit of positive time on the airways, right? And then the biggest thing for me right now, the biggest thing for me is I am seeing just a plethora of ads from mainstream media, CBS Morning News. I mean, they're right? Putting them in a very nice light. It's just, it's bad. Okay? And then he's on, CBS, New York Post. Oh, there he is. Vivek auditioning to be vice president. Yeah. 10 days ago. MSNBC. Whether it's good publicity or bad publicity, they want this kid. This is the kid they've chosen. They don't want Trump. I'm telling you now. They tried to get rid of him in 2020, but he's still around. Yeah. Vivek Brown's going to make a shocking 24 prediction after Chris Christie drops out of the race. Okay. That's Forbes. Oh, look, CNN. Oh, shit. Sorry. And then CNN also has it. Wait, let me get onto that. My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah. I mean, look at it. Let's just go through that list again. Look at that. CBS Morning News. Forbes got it. Fox. Oh, yeah. Fox always pushes this kid. Local news channels are getting him related to CBS, MSNBC, New York Post, NBC, right? Gives him some time. That's 10 days ago. It's publicity. And then CNN gives him time, gives him and that's the best way to say this. It doesn't matter whether it's negative or positive. And when you're given time, and this has happened at all these debates too, he's been given more time than people that have been sitting governors and sitting House of Representatives and senators. This guy out of nowhere, right? Getting a lot of traction, right? Donald Trump Jr. praises Vivek, but not anymore. Yeah, he started talking shit to at one of it. I think it was yesterday. I should have probably saved that because I think I remember it was at the 4-minute and 33-second mark, and I was like, save that, but I didn't. He kind of took a little dump on Trump in one of his in one of his town hall meetings that he's had. He's done a lot. Oh, I'd love to do it, Jordan. Yeah, I'd fucking I'd do a late night talk show in seconds. Absolutely easy. That would be cake. And I think Vivek's not a fan of Ramaswamy. Vivek's not a fan of anybody, honestly. Which makes good sense. I mean, I agree with Vivek with not Vivek, but God damn it, I kind of get those guys confused. I have a lot of respect, and I have a ton of information that I get from Dr. Shiba. Absolutely. But he if he's playing politics, he's got to be a little more political, in my opinion, when it comes to Trump. Because you have to, now, his base, you think he had a fucking huge base in 2019 with 75 million people voting for him? Yeah, fucking, Pedo Joe he probably just got blown out of the park, and they won't, and the numbers when it all comes out, and they're able to see and everything, and because it's starting to now. I mean, I've got tons of information to show that was completely just a fiasco, rigged fiasco. Plenty of information. So if you're watching, please let me know. I will send you the information. As a matter of fact, I'm creating a show here pretty soon that's showing how Fluvid allowed more of the rigging to happen. The regular practices of time from when you are able to vote, mail in, whatever the processes are, all these different processes. All states, there should be one fucking process, paper ballots, ID, done. That's it, and if you want to pre-register with your ID, that's fine too, and then just show up and do your vote, but only one. But anyway, and I'm showing how that time frame gave them time to produce more votes out of nowhere. It was extended for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I think in some states it was extended up to 20 days from the usual number of days. I mean, keep in mind, there are countries out there that count paper ballots in the same fucking day, that have cities and regions, or what do they call them, like they do Canada? Anyway, areas of their country where there's lots of people, they'll get it done. It's there's just so much information. Not just that, there's tons of other information that's been coming out since 2020 sadly happened. But this guy just got slammed. Yeah. There's something going on with him. Cheryl's right. I'm with her. I just don't. There's something about this kid that's just not. That just oozes Obama. Just oozes Obama. And yeah, the ACA sucked. Like I said, Vivek sometimes talks with libertarians. There are a lot of libertarians that like Vivek, but I'm one of those libertarians that don't want to be fooled. Oh, absolutely. No, I totally get it. Yeah, no, he's good. He's doing good. But what Trump just did on True Social and I believe Twitter was a major slap. Was a major slap. That's like, dude, don't diss me because you're dissing me. Because that's what I was kind of getting to, and I kind of went off track there. Vivek, in his video, I'm trying to remember, he kind of said something like, he brought up, I don't think he said Trump, but he said, so the former president, and he kept calling him like former president. When people that support Trump call him president, right? And he was calling him president. So things, the narrative is, his talking points are changing. His narratives are kind of changing. He's getting people on board, but this was just a slap, man. That was just like, dude, sit the fuck down, right? Get back on that bench, bro, because you're not fucking, that's not happening. That's what happened. That's what Trump just did. Trump, because look, he goes, look, I know you got a good game and all this other stuff, but I just don't fucking trust you, man. You were an actor for Al Sharpton. You were a Soros fucking person. Exactly. You could count that step overnight. But I believe counting fast is easier to rig. Okay. Right now, it seems like most of the rigging invokes having a declare a winner in minutes. Oh, remember the flipping the coin thing? We went through so much of this with Bernie Sanders with the primary. God, the stuff that we were seeing. I mean, Wisconsin was terrible. God, that was terrible. All the stuff that they were doing. And then they were saying, you know, Bernie supporters were throwing chairs and shit. I mean, that's the Democratic Party. I look, I don't want anything to do with that fucking party anymore, right? I'm not big on the duopoly at all. The Democrats and the Republicans, of course not. And, you know, there's only one other country out there that has a two-party system that controls pretty much everything. That's Malta, right? Most other countries have several different parties that are able to be in these races. And I'm all for third, fourth, fifth, you know, parties to be able to be in. And that's, I think, a question that we need to ask Trump. And you know, third parties have never been allowed to sit at the table, period. They just haven't. And I think the reason is because it's like the Green Party, what I found out about also the Dems pulling over ballot trucks and adding extra bags. Just all kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff. It was really bad. But what I became familiar with when I was a Green Party Media Committee member is I was telling them, I was demanding at points in these, you know, we'd have quorum, we'd have these meetings and everybody would talk and I go, I don't know what you guys are, and then I got to the point, let's just pick one person and get him in the House. That's it. One person. Fuck everybody else. All your money, all your energy, because there's only like 300,000 Greens, registered Greens. When what the fuck is her name? God damn it! I took a picture with her. It just was in my head, and I hate when this happens. When Dr. Jill Stein, right? When Dr. Jill Stein came out to California, I went and watched her, and we had a conversation, and she said everything right, but she's missed climate change and all this other shit now, and they supported the lockdowns and the masks and the fucking mandates and all this other shit, right? And I said, well, we know who they're with. But besides that, and before that, the thing I was trying to do is get them to think above city council member. I mean, Stevie, who used to be on here with me, she used to say, you know, all they fucking care about is like dog catcher positions. And I go, yeah, exactly. That's all they care about is little mayor positions, city council member positions. They never went big, or they'd leapfrog over that and go for the presidency, which there's no fucking way, because they never had ballot access forever. And I mean, I looked at the history; they've never really had ballot access. One time, Jill Stein was polling at 11%, which was really good, and she was starting to get some time up on the stage, and I thought that was really wonderful. Hey, we got a third party coming in, but they fucked her over on that too. It's almost like she let them. It was the weirdest thing ever. And I kept telling them, if any party wants to get into the Capitol, you have to go through the House of Representatives. Not a senator. That takes billions of dollars. A few million can get a fucking House of Representatives person, and they never listen to me. Never listen to me. There has never been a Green Party House of Representatives. There's never been a senator that's been in the Green Party that I'm aware of. Does anybody know? Wait, what does I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, so any other party. You see what I'm saying? It's back to Vivek. I really truly believe that this guy has something else that's pushing him, because it's pushing him past Trump. This kid that, I mean, everybody's doing like 158, 120. Town hall discussions, talks, little meetings, these little town hall meetings, they're really cute and stuff like that. And he goes out and talks to this, but he's been to, that's how many, but he's doing over like close to 400. Close to 4 fucking hundred. What is motivating this kid? That's crazy. And where's he getting this money? Because that takes money too. I know there are people that support him, that are funding him and stuff like that. I want to know, and this is the thing about Citizens United that I always bring up, and McCutcheon versus the FEC. Federal Election, FEC, Federal Election Commission. You don't know. There's the problem with our politics, and I had a little thing going with Steve Coulter the other day, yesterday I think, last night, and I showed him a picture, on the process and our system, and it sucks. It's wrong. It's fucked up. Every state is different. Yeah, you should have a license that's verifiable, or a database that has your information as a legal citizen of the United States. Period. Right? And the states, this is what's interesting, the states that require photo ID or an ID are giving those IDs out for free. You just go get one. Just go. It might take you a little time, but it's worth going out and getting one. Right? I actually voted with my California ID, registered as a Republican in Missouri a couple of years ago when I voted. And they were kind of, they were like, wait a second, where are you from? But they get that a lot because, and I go, hey, look, my daughter's in the Air Force. I just, just lived here. He goes, well, you got to go get your tax stuff. And I had to get a couple things and show it to him. But I was more than happy to do that. I don't want people to come in here and just be able to fucking vote right off of the boat. Don't vote. Don't allow the vote off of the boat. That's it. It's just fucking bullshit. Off the boat voters, that's fuck that crap. California just installed somebody who crossed the border maybe a few months before she became a freaking police officer in Los Angeles, or in Los Angeles County. While there's hundreds of and thousands of applicants that are good, decent, hardworking, college educated, most of them, trying to get into law enforcement, that were fucking pushed aside for this political stunt. Imagine you're thinking, wow, I could be in the military and get free room and housing. I could get all the benefits of the world, basically, of the United, any benefit. I could get 4 square meals a day and night. You stay on the ship, like, you live on, like in the Navy, when I was in the Navy, I didn't have to pay for food. Ever. The only time I paid for food was when I left the ship and I'd want to go out and get something different. But the food was fucking great. Man, we had steaks, we had steak and eggs, we had, I mean, I can't, the military was fucking badass. I gotta tell you, I shouldn't have fucking left, man. But I was concerned about my daughter, and I wanted to make sure she was okay. That's the reason why I left. The real reason why I left. Here's the thing. Vivek Ramaswamy just got spanked. Here it is. Don't get duped by this. Vote for Trump. Yeah, that's it. He's done. You hear it all over the place. I'm watching video after video. Oh, I gotta show you this one. This one's really good. If I can get this here. Let's go look at history. I'm going to show you. Oh, this chick fucking painted her shirt on. I had to watch that. Jesus Christ. She paints her shirt on. Oh, you got to see this. She painted her shirt on during a mixed martial arts weigh-in. That's just okay. That's tough. It's okay. It's like, okay. All right. Oh, my God, that was crazy. Anyway. Here it is right here. Right there. Look at that picture. Okay, see that picture? I love that picture right there. You see that one in the middle? Oh shit, Trump just called out Vivek Ramaswamy. This is everywhere now. Everybody's talking about this. I'm not the only person, But it's just something about this kid, and everybody knows that you've got that Obama thing, and it's there. What do we got here? Also, the Dems pulling over ballots. Exactly. Let's go, Mana. Sure. Okay, bro. House of Representatives. I say the same with the Libertarians. Yeah, that's all you got to do. If you're in a party and they're trying to get the presidency, they're idiots. Stupid. Just don't even be a part of that. If they're trying to get one person in the House of Representatives that can be heard and seen, look at the time that Byron Donaldson gets on CNN, on C-SPAN, and he's a Republican. Nobody really knew who this kid was 3 or 4 years ago, right? But now he's getting. You look at Matt Gaetz. The problem with the third parties is they're not going. And I would love to help find somebody. Let's just say what I think you should do. This is, I could get into all this, but I'm not going to get too crazy with it. But because it's the ballot access process, you've got to ask Trump if he can make it. If they don't fucking take out an entire city, county, or state to remove this guy, because I'm telling you, they will. These people are fucking sick, disgusting motherfuckers, man. They are bad people. And there's a lot of proof to back that up. But there you go. That's where you're at. Is he just got pretty much like the hand of God just came down and went boop, see ya. Now people could take this the other way. So if Vivek did this is what I'm now Vivek and his team, or Vivek himself, right? He's smart enough to figure this out. And I'm trying to figure out how. It's pretty simple. Either he comes back punching back, or he sits in his place. and hopefully gets a spot in the administration, which I wouldn't trust anyway. There's something about it. My spider sense is tingling. There's something about this kid. It just doesn't work for me. And it's weird because when Obama had the supermajority of the House and the Senate, and I've said this a bunch of times, but it's important for people to know because they're the party of hope and change. And I got to ask you, what have they done? What have they really done for you? Nothing. It's what they're doing to you now that you need to be alarmed with. But in 2008-9, for about 76 days, Obama he was the freaking, they had control, supermajority Democrats. And what did they give you? They didn't codify Roe versus Wade. They didn't touch the minimum wage, which hasn't been touched since 2008-9, right? They didn't give you free college. They didn't give you free health care. They didn't create single payer, or they didn't create Medicare for all. They created the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, which was the biggest scam. Because what it does is it got rid of all the other carriers and players out there. And it confined to about 6. Aetna, Blue Shield, Blue Cross, Kaiser, just a few, right? And gave them total immunity control. It was really bad. That's where that's why the EpiPen went to fucking $700. That's why prescriptions were just off the freaking hook. That's why right now, if you get sick, you have to pay a copay, right? Or a deductible, right? You got to meet a deductible of like thousands of. You have to be sick in order to get care for your sickness. Do you guys get what I'm saying? This is the process of Obamacare. You need to be, in a sense, paying out of your pocket first thousands of dollars in order to get care to help you pay for further care. It's fucking a scam. It's been a scam since day one. It's gotten progressively worse. And they're using this new tactic. Oh, get $6,400 cash for spending money, which has been false advertising to get people tricked into signing up for this shit. They've been using illegal practices, which I'm telling you, I know are illegal. It's called misinformation. They're actually using this ploy right now to get people to sign up for Medicare. Right? Medicaid's different. Medicaid is if you need it because you can't afford it. It's a financial thing. But these packages that they're giving with ACA are just terrible. Terrible. I showed them on my show. Go look them up. They're terrible. Yeah. Nobody can afford that shit. Anyway, yeah, this got really bad really quick for Vivek. Like everything just now what I believe could happen is he could come back swinging, right? And call him out on some things that I could probably tell you, right? But these people for Trump Nation, I'm telling you, there is no Vivek Nation. There's a Trump Nation. I am freaking telling you, they are huge, huge. Let me see if I got one of them here, and I'll show you the Trump Nation. Oh wait, I got to check something real quick. Yeah.
I'm a mechanic, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about.
Oh, that's such a scam. That's fixed. I got that. That was so stupid. Kansas City winning middle of the third quarter. Dolphins have a chance, though. They need 2 touchdowns. But fucking the Samoan is freezing his ass off. Kansas City's been playing in this weather for years. That's just a bad mixture for these guys. I feel really terrible for Tui Tagovailoa. You got to say it like that because that's the right way to say it. Tagovailoa. All right, so let's go back down here and I'm going to show you. Yeah, I think this is it right here, towards the end. I want to get to the end here.
In the state anyway, but it was an honor for me to keep you first in the nation. I fulfilled my promises. I fulfilled my promises on ethanol. I got the farmers $28 billion. You know, I said, I guess a couple of people came to say, please don't be so arrogant about getting the Iowa vote. I said, look, I got them $28 billion from China. Do you think Biden would get you $28 billion? He'll lose you $28 billion. And the farmers did. That was one of the greatest deals I made, but I don't talk about it. It was with China because of COVID. I don't even talk about it. But $28 billion, took care of your ethanol, took care of every problem you had. There's nobody, it's been said in even editorials, there's nobody that's done more for Iowa than Donald Trump when I was president. And it was really, really an honor to do so. Thank you.
This is the Trump caucus captains.
Thank you.
Trump caucus captains. This is kind of a weird little commercial that they say, but I want people to watch it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Trump. And now we're going to stay tuned for a special message from Team Trump that explains the caucus process.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's important.
It's important, bro.
Making America great again starts one place on earth, and one place only, right here in Iowa. Monday, January 15th, 7 p.m. Be there, because it's caucus night. Now you may say to yourself, Self, I've never been to a caucus. How does it work? You've come to the right place. Because for the next 2 minutes, Marlon's going to tell you everything you need to know about how to successfully caucus for President Trump.
Caucusing is super easy. Before we get going, let's make sure you are eligible to caucus. Time to check with the lawyers. For that, here's Margot from the law firm of Dewey, and Chittister.
To vote at a caucus, you must be at least 18 years old. But here's the kicker. That's 18 by November 5th of 2024, Election Day.
Okay, so now you know you're eligible to vote in the Iowa caucus. Woohoo! How simple is it to caucus? As simple as this. Wait, that's the wrong one. As simple as this. 3 easy steps. Step 1, make sure you're eligible. Done. Okay, step 2, do you know where your caucus location is? Now be careful, the correct answer isn't necessarily your regular voting location. I'm throwing you a lifeline here. You can easily find your caucus location and lots of other information by going to donaldjtrump.com/Iowa caucus. Now, a quick time management lesson. It's Monday, January 15, Caucus Day. You wake up at 5 a.m. because you are so excited to caucus for President Trump. So what time should you get to your caucus location? Aren't you the go-getter? You don't need to be to your caucus location until 6 p.m., so no excuses for being late. And finally, step 3, register once you get to your caucus. Now, if the line is long, don't panic. I said don't panic.
It's gonna be cold.
Sorry. The lines move very quickly, and once you're in line, you can't be turned away, so hang in there. Okay, starting exactly at 7 p.m., it's time for democracy to begin. First, you will hear a few brief speeches. Then paper ballots for voting will be distributed, collected, and counted, all in front of you. Easy peasy. And that's the first step to making President Trump our next president and making America great again.
So nice to see President Trump sit down with the people. And
yeah, I don't
their
think
brand new
terrible
1,900.
Me, then we're gonna do something.
Guarantee you have nothing to lose.
Time to check with the lawyers.
They need to make it just fast. This is all you got to do. Make sure you have your ID, and it doesn't even show what do you bring? A lot of people may not know. You got to give them every piece of information so there's no questions. There's just too many questions here you could ask. I don't think this is done correctly. Whoever done it should be fucking fired, in my opinion. There's not enough information. When they moved our voting location to the police station, they don't give us cookies and lemonade anymore. That sucks. That would be a deterrent for sure. If I'm not getting cookies, I ain't going there. I get you. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I really don't see. I looked up our caucus situation here. And it's 8 minutes away from me, which is cool. So I'm going to try to see what's going on with that. Because once I make a decision to do something, and this is just me, I'm fucking 100%. I'm like before I joined the military, I decided to stop drinking for a year and a month. I do shit 110%. Just like I kind of do this show. It's 110%. You're going to get me. I'm going to keep going. Whatever it takes. Anybody who's watching, anything you can help to keep the show going is always helpful. Trust me, it's just kind of been a weird year. Other than that, I really believe that it's important for people to put in the effort to get this guy back in office. I that's the biggest thing for me. If I believe or know, and I know, and I have all the fucking proof in the world on my site, stopthewef.org, and in other places that you could ask me about, to show that we actually have an illegitimate person in the White House right now. Yeah, I bet you that's going to be a fucking nightmare. I bet you, Snark, I bet you that was going to be a nightmare. But that's the biggest reason. That's the biggest. The guy deserves his shot. Things were fine when he was in there, right? He got duped by Fauci's. Come on. Fauci's a good salesman. He's been selling these fucking presidents for decades. And fucking he got Trump. Trump got fucking sold, right? And then I leave with this usually for everybody. I want everybody to, okay, and you saw this in the beginning, but the most important thing I want people to leave the show with is that they need to find out as soon as possible. You guys need to get somebody to find it. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, this will tell you everything. And Cheryl said, I don't need to know that. I know I know you know, Cheryl. Everybody knows. Cheryl knows who the bad people are, and I know that Cheryl knows that. But there are people out there that need to know who the bad people are. There are people out there that need to know who the bad people are. And you're going to know who the bad people are because you're going to give them this little test, saliva, probably easily could be done, or a blood prick, to find out if they really took it or not, if they got that crap in their system. And I will guarantee you this, Tom Hanks never took it. I'll guarantee you this, LeBron James never took it. I'll guarantee that Kelsey never took it. That guy just got $20 million from Pfizer. Anyway, yeah, just let you know this stuff is safe and effective, and it's good for you, and it helps lower the, which it's not, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying. Yeah, so I'm going to do whatever I can to get this guy in office, because I was wrong. I was wrong about him. Russiagate tipped me off. 2020 tipped me off. J6 was pretty much, once I saw J6, I know that this guy had been, he'd been hosed pretty bad. And that's why he's coming back. He's coming back not just to drain the swamp. I believe he's coming back. He's going to drain the swamp, and he's going to build a fucking really nice pool. Have you ever seen what a forever pool is? Go look it up. It's a Horizon pool. It's like a forever pool. Usually sits on kind of a cliff area or something. So anyway, look it up. They're a really cool pool. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. And we just got to protect him and make sure he gets there because he's going to fix this shit. He was fixing it before. People came in and fucked him over. That's what happened. He didn't know a lot of that crap that happened. Instead of drain the swamp, it will be close the white crack house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just it's, get rid of the crack house. That's there. Thank you very much for that one, Sonia. That was good. But also drain this. God, the sludge. You got it's like they not only have to drain the swamp, they've got to take like disinfectant and bleach and clean off the walls. You can imagine the crap that's gone on in that fucking place. Oh my God, I don't even know if I'd want to live. I'd want it like completely refurbished, sanitized, everything. Like the whole infrastructure just rebuilt, honestly. God, you can imagine what sick, disgusting crap has happened there in the past 3.5 fucking years. 3 years. Anyway, yeah, vote for Trump. If you're not, then you're not understanding what's going on right now because they're fucking scared shit of him. They're just so scared of this guy that he's just gonna open the book and let the chips fall where they may. That's what he's gonna do because they fucking hosed him and they made him look stupid. And a guy like that, you don't want to make fucking look stupid. That's what happened. Aloha, guys. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Vivek just got smacked. Sit down, boy. Get down on the. I'm curious to see what his reaction is going to be, how he's going to handle this. We'll see what happens Monday when everybody fucking votes for, when he doesn't win that caucus, when he doesn't win. Well, I mean that was pretty much the one right there that told him. Right, this is everywhere now. Aloha, bye bye. I'm really concerned. Is he going to go on MSNBC? Probably. Is he going to go? Is he going to get time on CNN now? Probably. Watch. Is he going to get more time on Fox? Probably. Is the New York Times going to write a somewhat okay article about him? Probably. LA Times? Probably. Yeah, watch what happens. This guy's, Al Sharpton. He was an Al Sharpton puppet back in the day. Fuck. Doesn't, people change. People change, but this guy's just, I don't know. Just doesn't make any sense to me that way he'd run against a guy that his fucking base is just not going to budge. Not going to budge. Trump has at least 80 million people right now ready to go. Ready to go. At the very least, he has 80 million people ready to fucking mark Trump. Doesn't matter. They're just doing it. So whoever you are out there, DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek, just good luck. But you're wasting your fucking time. You're wasting your fucking time. Because they get it. The guy deserves to be in there. It was stolen from him. That's the major reason. Aloha. Thank you for being here. Aloha. Good seeing you. Thanks for being here. Instead of the drain. Yeah, exactly. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming on. Snork, thanks for being here. Jordan, share my information. Share my stuff. My last show was really good, I thought. I took a look at it. Watched it for a little bit. The one last night I think was really good. Stop giving money to the fucking Democrats. All that money goes to the global pedo-predator class. That's it. Every time you give a penny to a Democrat in the House, in the Senate, and sign away with the bill that you're throwing pork in and it's bipartisan, you're fucking beefing up the global pedo-predator class. That's it. That's where that money goes. It doesn't go to us. It doesn't stay here. It goes to the World Economic Forum and their cronies. Okay? It goes to trilateral fucking people, the Council on Foreign Relations. It goes to the fucking World Economic Forum. It goes to Chatham House, BlackRock, Fidelity, State Street, JP Morgan. It doesn't go to any Enron. It doesn't go to us. Just stop giving them money. That's what I keep. That's the fuck. Just stop. Because you're helping those Democrats take down our country. Give it to these unelected sociopaths out there. Crazy. Fucking nuts. Aloha. Thank you for being here. Yeah, stop giving money to the fucking Democrats. Period. Just